Hey guys, welcome to another video. My name's Ed Lasfar. Welcome to my channel. It's called No Gratification. No, sorry, I get so excited that I mess up my words. uh, anyway, yeah. So this video is called um, "Women Need to Stop Lying to Themselves." Like women in their single women in their 30s and 40s, just they need to stop. And I'm not saying this from like a hate point of view. I'm just saying out of really a love, like a love point of view. Like I really hope they just stop and save themselves. I always I read up on some of these blog posts on the internet. Check out I've captured my phone screen to show you guys a few of them. And I get them on Google Discovery too. So always Google thinks I'm a single 30-year-old woman. so Google keeps showing me these blog posts. But I find it fascinating how these women, they just write about being in their 30s or 40s single, and they just lie to themselves that they're happy when really they're not. They're not happy at all. And I'm just going to go through a couple of these blog posts and yeah, stay tuned with me. So here's the first one. It's called something about the surprising thing this writer would look like. First of all, let's look at her haircut. It's not feminine. It's not a feminine haircut. Already she's not doing herself any favors. And she's 40 and she's single. When you're single and you're over 30, and especially over 35, anytime a piece of pop culture features an unmarried childless woman of a certain age emerges, everyone you know sends it to you. Why? Because it happens so rarely. The phenomenon feels remarkable. Okay, I'm not going to read all of this. I know it's just retarded, but you know what? I just don't want to. What I like to do is just point out the pride. Because going back to, if you go through my channel, the philosophy I've come across is that in life you only choose between validation or love. You can't have both. So the people that choose that are most likely single in their 30s or 40s, they've most likely chosen validation. And so they're very prideful people, and they just can't let go of their pride and submit to a man or allow someone to enter their life. They're just too proudful. They think they're so great, and it's not that they think they're so great. It's just that they just can't be humble enough to accept someone in your life. Because when you get married, or when you find a partner, it means that you have become a less selfish human being, and you're more thinking of others. So, whatever flaws they have, you're more accepting, because you're not thinking about your own, how it affects you selfishly. You're just thinking about how you can accommodate them. And that's how a partnership begins. Two people trying to think how they can accommodate each other. It's about single child, but without the usual scenario. Below, I unleashed all my 30-something anxieties on McNow in the hopes of further comfort. She delivers on both and explains having this conversation is so important. What comes after? Is her name McNow? Is this the lady? I don't get it. No, this is Erin Brunch is the writer. I think, yeah, this chick's McNow with the strange haircut. As a woman, we're taught to expect stories to turn to marriage and children at a certain age. As I got older, however, I started to question whether I really wanted kids, or I just think I should want them. Do you have any advice for women navigating this decision? And this is the thing, that we're told stories to be in love. Like she's saying, we're told stories that, to be married and be in love. These aren't stories. This is an emotion in your heart. This is like an emotion in everyone's heart. You're being silly. You're denying your own heart desire. I think the answer, this is like I'm gonna pretend to be this intellectual 40 single year old woman. I think the answer to the children question is different for everyone. And just because I wrote the book and feel comfortable with my life doesn't mean I'm not constantly walking up to that line myself, where I think, are you really sure? Part of what I was trying to get to the book is answering not so much the question, do I want children, but will I be okay if I don't have children? Because I think that's more specifically what I was struggling with. And that's the thing, these women, sadly, I mean, look, it's not sad, but like this woman, she's a high willpowered woman. She wrote a book. It takes a lot of willpower to write a book, you know. This lady's intellectual, high willpowered. But the thing, that's what attaches to the ego. You know, this woman will be walking around thinking like, look how smart I am. No man deserves me. I wrote a book. I have so much value. These men. And then they start blaming the opposite gender. That's what happens. They're like, these men are just scared of an empowered woman. That's it. All the men suck. I'm perfect. So, you know, I can't go through all of this. It's just, just take too long. But, you see what I mean with some of these? It's just, a lot of ego. It's always, they have, problems with their pride. I was looking at this one before. Being a woman is great. I'm 36 and I'm single for years. Spoiler, I'm fine. Like, look how she says it. Spoiler, I'm fine. Like, her whole life, like, is a movie. That's in her mind. She's like, spoiler, guys, on the movie of my life that everyone gives a shit about. I'm fine. Very proud woman. Yeah, so this girl, she writes like this. Call me crazy. Okay. Call me crazy. She just says that at the beginning. Call me crazy. She already assuming we think she's crazy. So she already insecure about her level of craziness. She says, I'm Shani, and I'll treat this like a Tinder date. And I'll tell you immediately that is pronounced Shani. So neither of us are embarrassed later. Like Rainy with a sh. Do you see what I mean? Do you see? Look at this woman. How prideful she is. She's so attached to her identity, to her name, Shani. Oh, my name's Shani. I write for this blog, and I love writing, and I'm so empowered, and I'm such a good woman, and I'm fine. I don't need a man. It's just all the other men suck, and this is what's happening in my life, and it's all about me. And me. No, I shouldn't make fun of these women. I feel bad for them. They're so attached to their identity, and that they just deny their heart's desire for love. And this goes back to us saying this was more proof that, you either choose love or validation. You can't have both. If you choose love, you got to swallow your pride. You can't have pride. And if you have pride, you can't have love. You have to choose either. And, if you want love, you got to humble yourself. You got to you got to not think you're that great. So, yeah, this video was just to show an example of that. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and let me know what you think in the comments.